3, 2, 1. Welcome to Ben and Brad's Chat Show, Canada Appreciation Volume 1. Soda cast. Yes, dude. Dude, this is a very special episode of the podcast.
Is this chair always this squeaky?
I don't know. I was just thinking the table sounded kind of squeaky for a second.
I put a bolt back in this chair earlier today.
Really?
Yeah.
So you like fixed it from being like the head was about to fall off?
I wouldn't say I fixed it. I'm pretty sure that bolt's going to fall out any minute now.
My chair's a little squeaky too, actually.
I just pushed it in a little bit more. I think all of the threads on these chairs are all stripped.
Where did you get these chairs from again?
My grandparents gave them to me.
Nice. Yeah.
And I think that I think I know why they didn't use them.
I feel like these chairs would be great in like a soda shop.
They had like a theme in their kitchen at one point, like a 50s Coca-Cola soda shop vibe. And I think this stuff was in it.
What could be grease lightning and Sandy? I feel like I would be that type of guy in the soda shop. Like I'd be the soda jerk. You know what I mean? Like the soda jerk who's like pouring the sodas.
Yeah.
You know, back in the 50s, dude, like people went to the soda shop.
Did the soda jerk say jerky things at all?
I don't really know why they're called soda jerks.
Because they jerk the soda machine down.
They jerk the soda machine off. Hey, you want some soda, huh? Hey. I'll get some soda in the back. What you want?
You know, they
crank the thing.
Yeah.
They crank the soda jerk.
They jerk it.
Yeah. That's right.
They give it a good jerk and the liquid comes out.
The vanilla soda comes out.
It's creamy.
You want a vanilla Coke? Yeah, I want a vanilla Coke Vinier.
All right, well, go get it out of the fountain machine and I'm going to go in the back with it for a minute. It's going to come out nice and creamy.
I'm going to make sure it's right.
Get a special recipe.
Get the special recipe right. All my soda jerks out there, huh? Well, it could be grease lightning. Dude, I love talking about the 50s, man. I'm gonna be real. I just love thinking about the 50s.
Like what, Mad Men?
Yeah, like just
is that
like,
why you like Mad Men so much?
I don't know, just like the whole like vibe of the 50s, dude. It just seems like such a different, like fun time, you know? Like seemed like America was having so much fun in the 50s. They're like driving the cars, you know? Everybody's got their hair greased back, you know, man, you know, we're gonna do it tonight, huh?
Those were the greasers.
They got the cigarettes rolled up in their sleeves, you know?
Yeah.
Be like, oh, dude, I'm going to smoke a cigarette later. Hey.
I got a knife.
I got a knife.
I feel like people in the 50s had knives, and now the only people that have knives are like hunter people.
Like the Outsiders, dude.
Did they have knives?
Yeah, you remember? Did you ever read that book, The Outsiders? Yeah.
I never read the book. I saw the movie.
You saw the movie? Yeah, dude, it was just like that. The greasers and the Socs.
Oh, the Socs. I forgot about the Socs. Yeah.
I don't know why I always think like
that's West Side Story.
I always think West Side Story whenever I think about the 50s too. Like I always think everybody's snapping their fingers.
When didn't that movie come out? Like, when did that movie come out? West Side Story. It wasn't the 50s.
I don't know when the movie came out. I don't remember.
But it takes place, I think, in like the 40s or 50s, right?
Something like that. I mean, it was a play, right? Before it was like a musical before it was a movie too, wasn't it?
What was a lifestyle?
It was a lifestyle. Yeah. The West Side Story lifestyle.
The Sharks and the Jets.
Baby.
Is that right?
I think so. I don't remember. I never saw it.
No?
No.
I've seen it a few times. Like my like middle school and high school choir class played it. Like
that
after the class after we did festival, like the big concert of the season, you know?
Yeah.
Competition.
Yeah.
Like the class after that was like, all right, guys, you
West
sang
Side
your
Story.
hearts out. Now here's what you'll never sound like.
And then they play West Side Story for you.
Yeah.
You'll never be this good. Just remember this for the rest of your life. You're never going to be this good. Think of these snaps. You're never going to be this good.
I wonder if this will pick up. We'll ADR some
A little bit. Yeah, just ADR like a million snaps in there.
So,
Dude.
episode 4.
Episode 4, Soda Cast. Very important episode, dude.
15 minutes into the
15
recording.
minutes in, dude. Let's get right into it, bro.
You've got something special to talk about.
I have a very exciting topic for today's podcast, dude. I want to talk about the Great White North. I want to talk about Canada, dude.
Canada.
Soda Cast. Canada Cast, eh?
Canada Cast, eh?
I was hanging out with my 2 really Canadian friends earlier this week, and they really like...
How Canadian are they?
They're both very from Canada.
Do you know which parts of Canada?
Yeah, they're from Edmonton.
Do you know
area?
where on the mitten that is?
On the mitten? No, it wouldn't be on the mitten. It's like over, like, I think the way they're describing it to me, I think it's sort of like above Vancouver.
So over
kind
like
of
on the
over
west coast?
west side. Yeah, west side of the,
Wow.
Yeah, they're
That's
from way out
That's
there.
far.
They're from way out there, dude.
Wow, dude.
Wow, dude. But they like,
That's way up there, eh?
they were just so, oh, I just love Canadians so much, dude. I don't know what it is. They're just so nice and they're just so pure.
They're good people.
Yeah. And like my friend's boyfriend. So my friend goes to school around here and she's like from Canada and she's got a boyfriend who lives up in that Edmonton area.
Are we avoiding people's names
Just
for the sake of anonymity?
Exactly.
All right.
I don't want to out them as Canadians, you know
Cool.
what I mean? But
Yeah, I could understand not wanting people to know that.
exactly. It's sensitive.
Right.
So her boyfriend came and visited for a couple of days and he is just like, I'm like in love with this guy. He's like so purely Canadian, you know? Like he's just such like a good, like a pure Canadian soul. You know what I mean? I always say Canadians are like so nice,
He's
you
just
know?
sweet guy.
He's just a sweetheart. He's just such a nice guy. And so I like bought them some edibles, right?
Nice.
And I got them. I was like at the dispensary and I was just like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like trying to get some edibles. They're like, oh yeah, we got the Rice Krispie kind. We got this kind. And then we got like the Fruity Pebbles.
Are these like homemade or like branded?
I think that they were branded. Yeah.
So like there was like a company behind them, not just like
Yeah. I
a
don't remember.
sticker slapped on a cellophane wrapper.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I don't remember who it was though.
Cool.
But anyway, Fruity Pebble one. I was like, that sounds good because I love Fruity Pebbles.
Corova. If you see that brand, get
Corova?
the 5150.
You like Corova? Okay.
That's the one that I've gotten multiple times.
Okay.
Corova 5150 bar.
Corova. Okay.
I cut it into 4 pieces and have it over
Oh.
like 4 days.
Oh, okay. Okay. Nice.
Because it's strong enough to do that.
So this is kind of besides the point.
Yeah, sorry.
He
That was a
never had
tangent.
Fruity Pebbles before.
Like,
the
period?
cereal, like never had it. So when he started eating it, he was just like,
What a poor
wow,
guy.
this is so great. Like, this is such a great tasting thing. And I was just like, he just like thought it was like rice. He thought it was just like
he
flavored
just thought
Rice
it was
Krispies.
just a candy bar. I mean, a cereal bar.
Yeah, well, he thought it. He like didn't realize what kind of cereal it was. Like
Did
didn't,
he know it was an edible?
Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
okay.
Yeah. He asked me to get it for him.
Right. Okay. I just didn't.
Yeah, I didn't trick him. I wasn't just like, here you go.
Try this.
Here's just a cereal bar.
Yeah.
He hadn't had Fruity Pebbles. And I was just like so amazed by this thing because Fruity Pebbles is such an amazing cereal.
It's one of the best.
Yeah, exactly. And so he was just like, oh, I never had Fruity Pebbles before. And I was like, wow, Canadians really are so much different from us.
What kind of cereal is he familiar with? Did you get into that conversation?
No, I had no idea.
Like
I mean,
he's
he-
like,
he was-
I'm only used to Honey Nut Cheerios, eh?
He was
wasn't
familiar
like
with like Rice Krispies, I think, like some other like base like Fruit Loops,
yeah,
stuff like that. But I guess just never
classics.
never came across Fruity Pebbles. So
Hey,
another
did-
thing,
Did he know the Flintstones? Because they're like the mascots, you know?
I'm sure he probably did.
I guess he probably didn't see the box though. So I guess that doesn't make-
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how much more he knows or doesn't know. The Fruity Pebbles thing just really struck me as being
that's
like, wow.
odd. That's kind
I
of
didn't
weird to me.
realize. Yeah. And then like they were showing me all these like PSAs that they used to see when they were kids, right? Like you remember when we were at Washtenaw and we watched those Canadian PSAs?
I
They were,
remember watching some PSAs. I don't remember where some of them were from. I could tell a lot of them were not American though.
There was one that I definitely remember. You probably remember this one too. I remember it being from Canada, but it was like about like health place hazards or whatever. And it was like the dude was like in a kitchen and slipped on some grease and
The
like
woman did. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
she
yeah.
like had the bucket of boiling water
Exactly,
and
yep.
she didn't have the rubber mat on the floor, falls backwards and like it all. God,
Wasn't that like, oh my God, like it's so graphic.
Yeah, and like I feel like they don't really show much, but she's screaming.
Yeah.
And the fact that we don't see what's happening and only hear what's happening, I think makes it more gruesome because you are making the imagery, you know?
It was weird.
I credit Canada for that.
Dude, Canada, like,
Creative
really
thinking.
Canada is very, very creative and like really gets to the point in some like really, really like weird ways. Like my friends were showing me these PSAs that they like saw when they were kids, like stuff that was just like made for kids, but sort of had the same kind of like, I guess like artistic sort of like interpretation on like a PSA, like that one did. Like it was kind of just like really like told the story in a really quick way.
It wasn't just like, hey kids, so
exactly,
you've tried cigarettes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It was like stuff about like keeping like weird shit, like not like licking weird stuff they're not familiar with so you don't get like sick or whatever.
That's like, what their PSAs were about?
Yeah, there was like a whole PSA about like not putting things in your mouth that you didn't recognize.
That gives me a bit of trepidation.
Does it?
Well, I mean, they had to make that PSA because clearly a lot of Canadian kids must have been putting things in their mouths, right?
One can only assume.
That doesn't really give you a sense of good judgment.
I mean, I think a lot of kids just will put random shit in their mouths.
I've never put anything in my mouth.
Right. I remember when I was like a kid, I used to like literally lick the like the handles of like grocery carts.
Oh,
when I was like
gross,
a little kid. Yeah.
Dude, what the hell?
I know. My mom was always just like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude? You're like licking these grocery handles?"
What made you think to do that?
I have no idea, dude. But like us, you know, the kids will just do shit like that. Kids will just do dumb shit, you know.
I've always been, and I'm not arguing with your point here, but I'm just stating kind of a weird fact. I've always been the type of kid that didn't like to get dirty.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
You seem like that kind of kid.
A little prissy boy.
Well, I don't think that means anything. It just means you like to be clean.
I don't like dirt.
That's okay. I don't like dirt either.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, I don't know. They were just like showing me all these PSAs and I was just like, wow, just like thinking about a Canadian upbringing and how like much different it was from just like me growing up. You know what I mean? Like they're seeing all these like weird like PSAs and stuff like that. They don't know what Fruity Pebbles are. Like I'm like, man, how much different would my life be if I grew up in Canada compared to here?
Did you come to any sort of conclusion on that?
I just love Canada, dude. That was really the only thing that stuck out for me from hanging out with them was just like, dude, Canada is just like the shit, dude. I just love everything that Canada produces, honestly.
So we're going to spend the rest of this podcast talking about great Canadian things, yeah?
Number 1.
Oh, wow. We've got a countdown.
Tim Hortons.
Okay. You're going to start with Tim Hortons.
I'm going to start with Tim Hortons.
Are we starting... Is this a list that needs to go into any particular order, like best to worst type of?
I don't want to get into that.
It's just like a list of cool things you like about Canada. List
of all the cool things I like that came from Canada.
Okay.
Number 1, Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
Dude, tell me about it. Tim Hortons, what are your thoughts?
I'm not sure that I've ever had it.
Really? You never had Tim Hortons before?
I don't think I have.
Oh, wow. It's really good, dude. I grew up like down the street.
I feel like I've been in one, so I must have had something.
Yeah.
I don't know what though. I've never had one of their breakfast sandwiches. I've never had their coffee. Did they have a mac and cheese at one point?
I have no idea, actually.
I think I was in one in Jackson with my brother and his family, and they had some. I feel like I got that, and it was just like a little small serving of it, and it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't expect it to be good. I just saw it and had to like, no. But I've never had anything that they're famous for.
Yeah, okay.
But I know that they're Canadian.
Yes.
And Timbits and the roll lid. Or the cup.
Roll lid.
The roll lid or cup. Something about the...
They have like special cups there?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's just like their coffee cups.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're supposed to do it. I've just seen it, like people talk about doing it with their cups.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like the roll up the lip.
Like literally roll it up?
Yeah, because it's like already rolled down, right? So that basically unroll it.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I feel like there's like a little thing on their cups that point it out, like where you're supposed to do it.
Interesting.
This was like a Peter McKinnon video that I saw him talking about it. I mean, he's Canadian.
Okay.
So.
Right. He's very Canadian. That should be on the list too. Peter McKinnon.
Is that number 2?
Yeah, sure. Let's put Peter McKinnon as number 2.
Peter McKinnon, number 2.
Number 2
on the list of great Canadian
things. But dude, I mean, like, I love Tim Hortons so much growing up, honestly. Like, I grew up down the street from a Tim Hortons. I got Tim Hortons like every day after school. I'd always get their like ice caps. They have these like ice cappuccino thingies that were basically like coffee slushies, and they were like so
They're
good.
like frappuccinos from Starbucks.
Yeah, basically, but like way more sugarier and way more just like.
So like if you were to get one
like
from
snack,
Big B
like a
or
dessert.
something.
Yeah.
I feel like every Big B makes is way candy, like super sugary. I don't like Big B
like,
because of that.
It is like, it's like Big B, but like it just has more of a Canadian flair to it. Like everything kind of just tastes like maple.
It's a little smoother.
A little smoother. A little bit more mapley.
A little more polite to your mouth.
A little bit more polite to your mouth. Exactly. That's a good way to look at it, actually. It's like more nicer to you when you take it in.
A little more inviting.
More inviting.
I can get behind that.
And you know,
have you had their breakfast sandwiches?
I feel like I probably have had one of their breakfast sandwiches at one point. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I have. It doesn't really stand out to me as being something that was like really outstanding.
I'm quite certain that nothing's ever going to beat the McGriddle for me.
Dude, McDonald's really does it right.
The McGriddle, you haven't tried it yet, have you?
I still haven't done a McGriddle.
You are fucking missing out.
Dude, I'm totally happy with the sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich, honestly. Like,
I mean, you would be if you haven't had the McGriddle yet.
I mean, that's just like all
you don't have like the point of comparison. I just tried it on a whim one day, like not expecting anything. I thought it was going to be gross.
This is it.
And I was like, whoa.
So what is it again?
It's sausage, egg, and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of having
like a syrup infused bun,
yeah,
right?
it's like a syrup infused bun. Yeah, I guess you would call it that. But it's not like an English muffin. It's not like a pancake because like that would just be too like mushy and like fall apart in your fingers.
Yeah,
it's like this weird like bun thing, but it's not like a bun. But it's like a pancake. But it's not like a pancake.
A hybrid bun pancake.
Yeah. It's like a soggy-ish English muffin, I guess, is the closest thing. But it's not like so soggy that it's gross.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's like the perfect amount of like sweetness in it.
Yeah.
And unless Tim Hortons is doing that, that's my breakfast sandwich.
I don't think anybody is really like dominating the breakfast fast food game quite as hard as McDonald's is.
I feel like Taco Bell came out swinging, but then they kind of like learned that not everyone was down with like the waffle taco, and they dialed it back.
That was weird. I was actually talking to some people about Taco Bell breakfast recently because I remembered that time that I'd had it with you.
Yeah, I've only ever had it probably that time and maybe one more time.
Yeah. I feel like that was the only time that I got it with you. It was like we were driving to the airport for something. Or I was picking you up from the airport or something.
Or I was picking you up from the airport. There was a lot of airport trips during that little stretch.
Yeah. I remember it was sometime one of those moments and like we got it in the morning and I remember just like being like, wow, this is really something.
Yeah.
There was some good ideas going on in there.
It was like if it weren't so artificial, some of the stuff could really work.
Yeah, but the taco waffle was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was. I feel like it was. They were going for the same sort of thing as like what the McGriddle bun is.
Yeah,
with that waffly outer shell. But they didn't hit it. They missed the mark.
Something in my eye.
Just the reflection of some real handsome dude.
Ooh, me. Ooh, it's me.
Hey, I'm gonna open up this window.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hot.
Yeah. It's really warming up here in Michigan.
Ooh. Yeah, that's been really
nice. Today
it
almost hit 70.
It was very, very nice today.
It's March 28th today.
Oh my God, is it really?
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's already almost April.
I know.
This is crazy, dude. Yeah, anyway, dude, it was really nice today.
Yeah. I enjoyed the weather today. So Peter McKinnon is number 2.
Peter McKinnon, number 2 on great list of Canadian things.
Great list of great Canadian things?
Yeah.
I feel like we called it something different a minute ago.
I mean, in general, it's just the Canada appreciation list.
Canada appreciation list. Item
Part
number
1.
2, Peter McKinnon.
And you know, I don't know a whole lot. I don't really watch Peter McKinnon's videos that much, but I like Peter McKinnon because he's super Canadian and he knows a shitload about filmmaking. So that like automatically makes me like him.
Yeah. He made it he made living in the middle of nowhere seem kind of cool to me.
Yeah. And he's got cool tattoos and
yeah, he's like a rock and rolly dude guy.
Rock and rolly died, dude.
Dude die.
Rock and roll and die, bro.
Yeah, I would say he's a pretty good Canadian thing.
Yeah, good Canadian thing.
Yeah.
Number 3 on the list.
Okay.
Dude, Scott Pilgrim.
Ooh, yeah.
Love Scott Pilgrim.
I always forget that that's Canadian. But
So
it's
Canadian.
Like, that's like Toronto based as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's around Toronto.
Or is it Vancouver based?
I think
I feel like it says Toronto on the.
I feel like
it
is in. Yeah, it's in Toronto.
Whatever.
I kind of feel like. I feel like maybe they filmed some of it in Vancouver, like the movie.
Yeah, I'm sure that there was stuff that they didn't film in Toronto.
But I mean, talk about like a really like dope. Huh?
How do you say that city's name?
Which one? Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the way that I guess Toronto people say it. They don't say the toe.
Toronto.
Like I guess people from not
Toronto.
We're basically in the same area geographically, just like a little further.
We're just like
west.
one piece separated.
Right. But
Canada.
most people will like tourists, I guess, are Toronto.
Toronto. I'm going to Toronto.
I'm going to Toronto. It's sort of like the way you say exactly.
Exactly.
You really hit that TL combo.
Exactly.
I don't hear anyone else say it like that.
I feel like I realized that I did that a long time ago. That I just said exactly.
I always say it like that. Yeah, exactly. Like it's a clee,
exactly.
but you're like clee.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway.
Dude, Scott Pilgrim. Talk about like a really dope, like a graphic novel that took on a life of its own, became a awesome movie in 2010 with Michael Cera, another great Canadian thing.
What movie did that come out against? Oh, that came out against The Expendables on the same opening weekend.
Oh, really? Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And guess which one won that fight?
Expendables, dude.
Yeah.
Expendables is a huge movie.
Because of that, though, no one really saw Scott Pilgrim in the theaters, and it kind of flopped.
I remember that.
And I don't remember if I saw it in the theaters or not, but I knew it was going to be good because I was a fan of Edgar Wright's previous movies.
Edgar Wright, yeah. I mean, I feel like that movie just had like I remember when I saw Scott Pilgrim in theaters because I was reading the comics at the time.
I feel like I must have.
Yeah.
I think I read the book series like before it came out.
Yeah.
Because I worked at Borders at the time, so I could just like check it out like a library.
Right, yeah. I feel like I was reading them like concurrently as I saw the movie.
Oh, at the same time?
Yeah, like I feel like I started picking it up before the movie came out and then like finished it after I saw the movie. But dude, I mean, just in general, like dope, just like awesome story that's just like so just chilled out and relatable, but also so super action packed and fun.
Right.
Awesome soundtrack that they created for the movie.
Yeah.
Sex Ba-Bomb.
Sex Ba-Bomb. I'll tell you the Metro song. I think it's Metro or the Metro Station.
Yeah.
The way they
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, yeah. Yes. Brie Larson.
Yeah. I think that's Brie Larson actually singing in the movie.
I believe it.
And I've heard the regular band version. And I got to tell you,
Brie Larson version better.
Yeah, I just felt like it felt more real.
Like I feel like
she sang it better.
I feel
her
like
voice fit better. Or
it's a dope song, but I feel like they really like brought it to life in that movie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
maybe
just
it's just
the way
like the
that they did it and seeing it performed by this band that's supposed to be like the fucking band. The Clash of Demon Head. Ooh, you know?
I'll tell you what. I've got a potentially interesting item to add to your list that is also a good transition.
I would love it.
From the soundtrack of Scott Pilgrim.
Let's hear it.
So as I said, I was working at Borders when I read it, right?
Yeah.
So on my lunch break, I would go out and sit in my car because I'm a loser and didn't want to hang out with people, right? I mean, there's like a little tiny little break room that I could go and sit in, or I could go sit around the store, or I could go and like not be at the store. So I went and sat in my car.
What'd you listen to?
Well, I read the books while I was sitting in my car, and I always thought that this band's music would have fit perfectly in the movie too, but they weren't in it. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. Tokyo Police Club, my friend, that was playing on my car stereo while I sat and read the books, and like I feel like it was summertime. So it was like nice and warm, and like I had the windows down, and I'm just chilling in the car in the sun, basically listening to Tokyo Police Club, reading Scott Pilgrim, probably eating like a candy bar or something like that. Living the life, you know?
Dude, that is prime time, dude. That's like a very specific era of time, like reading Scott Pilgrim, listening to Tokyo Police Club.
Dude, yeah.
It's like, that's prime, like late 20.
That was Champ. That right when that record came out.
2010-ish, right?
Yeah.
Dude. Great time, dude. There's so much good shit came out in 2010, man.
Canadian stuff.
Dude, let's talk about it, dude. Tokyo Police Club, man. I love Tokyo Police Club.
Was that number 4 then?
Tim Hortons, Peter McKinnon, Scott Pilgrim, Tokyo Police Club.
Boom, that's 4.
Dude, Tokyo Police Club. I saw them live.
You saw them live?
I saw them live like really early on. They opened for Angels and Airwaves.
Ooh, okay.
And Weezer.
Interesting show.
Yeah, so Tokyo Police Club went on first, and they were playing like all their like early like Elephant Shell and stuff like that. Yeah, and like I was kind of into that sound like back then, and I was just like, oh,
it was an interesting sound.
Yeah, yeah, it was cool.
The fast kind of short song,
kind of
like,
grimy.
Yeah, like let's play this fast and get it over with real quick and say what we got to say or whatever the songs were about. I can't remember.
And you know what I really remember?
Other than your English is good.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Or like from their one EP that they had, that Nature of the Experiment. It's the nature of the experiment.
I think you showed me this, but I never listened to it outside of that.
Yeah. Dude, I liked a lot of the early stuff.
Have you heard their more recent stuff? I don't know how recent.
I tried to.
It's just not.
It's like, it's just different.
It's like
it feels like they came to America.
Yeah. Or it's like they started trying to be like, they started to, maybe not. I haven't listened to all of it. So maybe this is a bad comparison, but it seems like they started to try to become a Maroon 5 type of band.
Yeah, their sound definitely feels a lot more like pop rock.
Like they're trying to make radio hits.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas they, like Champ is very poppy.
Good. Yeah, but it's not
radio pop. Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like it's catchy, but it's still like unique.
But if it got put on pop radio, it would have taken off.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They had some songs that were like on I feel like they were on Desperate Housewives at one point. Their music was, yeah. Like they got weird exposure with that album, but like it didn't really they didn't get album.
I do feel like that's definitely like their best project that I've ever heard from them, honestly.
Yeah, I would say so.
And I remember the one like random fact I always remembered about Tokyo Police Club was the lead singer David Monks.
Yeah.
He, I guess at one point, I don't know if he still is or not, but he was dating the redheaded girl from Degrassi.
I think you told me about that once.
Yeah. And I always thought that, I'm like, wow, what a Canadian power couple that is.
Wow, yeah.
Number 5, Degrassi, baby. Woo! I love Degrassi, dude.
Did you watch Degrassi High from the 80s?
No, I didn't watch that one. Was that a good one too?
Oh.
Dude, Next Generation, bro.
So bad.
Next Generation, dude. Oh, it's bad?
It's like bad, but like in a good, lovable way.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's like PSAs, like after school PSAs, but a TV show of them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like the high school guy, like accidentally knocks up his girlfriend.
Yeah, very big lesson to be learned.
Shit, I forgot to put my rubber on.
Exactly. That's probably one of the episodes, actually. The big, tall, lanky dad guy in The Next Generation. What's his name? Skid or something like that?
I don't remember, actually.
It's something like, he's like a punk rock name.
Yeah, and they like transitioned, right?
I think he ended up having a kid because of his rubber situation.
Really? Because of a situation that happened in the 80s?
He was a kid in the first season, first generation, whatever you want to call it.
First iteration of it, yeah.
And his wife or whatever her name is in Next Generation. They were the couple, I think. Wow,
that's so weird. I would love to go back and watch that stuff just to see how it transitioned into the next one.
I don't remember.
Degrassi's, like,
I don't
still
remember the
going
exact
on.
ending, like how they ended, like the first generation.
Yeah.
But I do think that they brought it back in like a non-stupid way. Like a lot of shows could have tried something much more like obvious or stupid, and it just wouldn't have worked.
They
But
try
I feel
to like reboot it in a stupid way.
right.
Yeah.
But like just having the characters from the original just subtly like in the school or like as parents to kids at the school, but not like main characters. They're just kind of there, like a hey, wink. I thought that was nice.
Yeah, not like they did in like Saved by the Bell.
I don't remember exactly how they did it.
You ever watched that too much? Because they had the Good Morning Miss Bliss, which had Zach in it.
Right.
But Miss Bliss was like the main character. It was like a show
about her.
It
was like a season about, like one full season of that, right?
I think so. I don't remember how many episodes they did of it, but then they like transitioned it into Saved by the Bell and like
right.
I think Miss Bliss was
beginning
still
of the
in
show was the same. I think they just updated the music, like, or they had clips from the Miss Bliss show. I think.
Something like that. I
It
don't
looked
remember exactly how
very.
they did
I feel like it looked like the Boy Meets World intro, if I'm remembering right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of that looked very similar.
Yeah. I feel like that show is probably filmed in Canada, actually.
Probably. Well, probably, eh?
Probably, eh?
So, Degrassi Next Gen, dude. That's what I really want to talk about.
Let's talk about it, bro.
Dude, Next Gen, dude. You remember.
I know where this is going.
Dude, what?
I already know where this is going.
I know you know where this is going, but like, let's talk about it, dude. Next Gen, baby. You remember what happened in Next Gen? Do you remember, dude?
Spinner,
baby. Spinner.
I remember.
Dude, Spinner was awesome, dude.
Who's the openly gay kid? Who's
Oh yeah.
Who Spinner doesn't like?
I know exactly who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
I remember
he's in the new. I think he's like one of the characters who transitioned from Next Gen into the most recent season of Degrassi. Like he's like an ongoing character.
Oh, like maybe he's like a teacher at the school or something
like that.
You know, I stopped watching Degrassi: The Next Generation when they started introducing the kids from the other school.
I don't really remember
the Lakeside.
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
When it started, I feel like most of the students went to Lakeside now, or most of the students from Lakeside were at Degrassi. And it was no longer Degrassi, it was like the Lakeside. We're watching Lakeside High, not Degrassi.
They had to have some kind of, you know,
but
it had to have some battles, dude.
It just seemed like they lost their direction. When they
lost their, you know when they really lost their direction, dude?
Tell me about it. Tell me about Degrassi: The Next Generation. I've told you about my stories.
Dude, let's talk about the moment, dude. The pivotal moment in Next Gen, dude.
Give it to me, baby.
It's when Drake got shot. Dude, you remember that shit, dude? Oh, man. Jimmy, dude. Jimmy got shot.
Do you remember why he got shot?
Dude, Jimmy got shot. I remember it was because that like one kid was like a school shooter, basically, right?
It was, the one kid was the school shooter. But the reason he decided to shoot Jimmy was because of Spinner. Right. Dude, he was in the stall and Spinner was in the bathroom talking to, I think, the gay kid.
Yeah.
About something. And they were like, the shooter kid had like beef with Jimmy already. And their conversation in the bathroom while he was in the stall was basically like, they knew he was listening, so they were blaming it on Jimmy, even though it was Spinner that did it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And that kid was just like crazy. Yeah, if you haven't seen it already, dude.
I guess that was too late of a spoiler alert. Although that description was pretty terrible, so you probably would want to watch it still.
Dude, Jimmy got shot in the back. Everybody's seen this clip. Everybody knows what's going on, dude. This kid shoots Jimmy in the back, paralyzes him to a wheelchair. Whoa. You know who that guy was? You know who Jimmy was, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude.
Aubrey Graham?
Dude, Aubrey.
Is that his
fucking
name?
Graham. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Aubrey Drake Graham.
Is Drake his actual middle name?
I think it is his actual middle name.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Aubrey Drake Graham, dude. I guess is my final thing on the list, really. It's just Drake in general. So before we get into that, let's recount real quick here. Number 1 was Tim Hortons. Number 2 is Peter McKinnon. Number 3 was Tim Hortons?
No, that was number 1.
What was number 3? I already can't remember. Scott Pilgrim.
Tokyo Police Club. Or 4, right?
Degrassi.
Drake?
Drake is 6. That's appropriate because he's the 6th god.
Oh, shit.
Drake,
Bro.
baby, dude. Drake, bro. Drake, man. Oh,
Making
my
me
God.
feel the way.
Dude.
That's probably my
That was a
favorite
good
song
one.
of his, by the way.
It's a great song, dude.
Yeah.
Such
I've
a
listened
good
to that song, I think more than any of the other songs.
I think that's Kanye production. I think Kanye produced that song.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was just going to say I watched an interesting video about the reason why I feel like I like that song is because of an interesting video about the production. I don't remember Kanye being a part of it,
Yeah.
but the Nerd Writer series channel on YouTube.
Oh, you showed me this video.
Yeah, they did a video about the sample that they use or the keyboard or something that they use in that song. And
Yeah.
like, I forget exactly what the video was at this point, but just like it made me hear it in a different way.
Mhm.
I heard it before and it was like catchy and I liked it, but then his video made me hear it in a way that I hadn't heard it before, and it just stuck in my head, and I feel like it never left after that.
And that was off of Views.
Yeah,
Like people, I feel like are always like hating on Views and like
Views
being
was-
like, "Oh, Views sucks." Views is like
Views
not
is
good.
actually pretty good, just
Views
like that
is-
billboard that I
dude.
sent you a picture of when I lived in LA. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, Views was actually pretty
Right?
good,
Dude,
dude.
written in the same handwriting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I totally agree with that, man. Views was excellent.
I haven't listened to Scorpion any more than Views. I've listened to Scorpion like twice with you.
Yeah.
And Views I've listened to plenty of times by myself.
Same. I've listened to Scorpion a good amount of times by myself too. Like I know probably most of the songs on there.
I will say I don't listen to Views much. I mean, I can't tell you exactly how many tracks I usually get through, but I never usually listen to it through the end. Like
Views,
after
oh, yeah.
after like 8 or 9 songs, I feel like it. I just don't really. I'm not into it as much.
Yeah.
But it starts off real strong. I think
Mhm.
like the first
Yeah.
5 or 6 songs for sure.
Yeah,
are like
first 5 or 6
bangers.
songs. Yeah, definitely. Like keep family together, whatever that song's called.
Yeah.
9.
Though as keep the family
Feel
together
Away.
when he's like oh crap, I forgot it now.
Yeah, it's like the sort of like really like
Something
James
that I
Bondy.
need. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what
right?
you're talking about. I know what you're talking
All
about.
right. I can't think of the words.
I remember when I first listened to Views.
Something about writing checks or something like that, I think is the lyrics.
I wish I had it in my head
Yeah.
right now.
You know what I'm
but
talking
I know what
about.
you're talking about, dude. I remember when that song first came on because it's got this sort of like really like classy instrumental that goes along with it. It's like this really like I feel like it sounds like James Bondy almost kind of
Yeah.
like cool like orchestra happening, you know?
Yeah, that's the vibe I got off of Views like in its entirety. Like they had
Mhm.
like a big band production with the album,
yeah.
which I liked a lot.
Yeah.
It's sort of like how the Kendrick's album was at the same time. The Pimp Butterfly had like the
Oh,
full like
yeah.
jazz band or whatever, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I just remember when I first listened to Views, I was like, I woke up in the morning and I knew Views had came out.
You had anticipated that album.
I had anticipated it for a very long
Majorly.
time. Majorly. And I remember when I put the first song on, it was like Keeping the Family Together or whatever that song's called. I don't even remember. But I remember I put it on and I was driving to work and I literally just started weeping in my car, like listening to it. I just was like
Wow.
so emotionally touched by just this first song. And then 9, like leading into 9.
That's the second song?
Yeah, I think
How's
so.
that one go?
It's like something like
I didn't get anything
that's how
from
it
that.
starts, dude. That's how it starts. It's like it's like very like glossy beat, and then he's kind of like something about how he turned the 6 upside down. Now it's a 9,
Oh, right. Okay.
Remember
Yeah. I
that?
know that
Yeah.
song.
and like there was just like some really like there's just something about that song. There's some really great lyrics in that song that just like really. I
That
was
whole
like, wow.
album's got some really great lyrics.
Yeah, it really does. It really does.
I don't know why people didn't like it.
He's like, shit, I really want to remember this so bad. Fuck it. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna create dead air just by like trying
Dead
to
air.
remember this.
Fuck
like,
dead air.
Fuck dead air, dude. No, let me just look up one lyric. I want to read the lyric that
Or are you gonna
like
pull up Genius or something?
9 lyrics.
Let's see. Other Canadian artists that are of note. Well, Ben
Justin
pulls up
Bieber.
Justin Bieber. I forgot about him. I was gonna say
Ryan
Alanis
Gosling,
Morissette.
dude.
Ryan Gosling.
Let's just go
for
down
sure.
the list. Let's just list a bunch of great Canadian
You find
things.
your damn information.
Okay.
So Ryan Gosling,
Mm-hmm. Ryan Gosling.
He is a babe.
Oh yeah, when Drake goes, I made a decision last night that I would die for it.
Oh yeah.
Just like the way that instrumental hits when he does that lyric, you just really believe this guy, dude. You're like, holy
he does
shit.
have a very believable deliverable.
Yeah,
delivery.
Like, I made a decision last night I would die for it. It's like, what is he talking about? Is he talking about the music? Is he just talking about life? Like, I feel like it's such a good line because like you yourself can like
you can
put yourself
your own
into
meaning
that.
into
Yeah,
it,
you can put your own meaning onto just whatever that means for you. Like whatever you're
trying to
feeling
do
in that
right
moment.
now.
Exactly. And it's just kind of like, fuck, he's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God,
he's the way he delivers his lines, I think, is just he's got like this tone in his voice. Is it acting, do you suppose?
I think part of it is. I think part of it is definitely
he knows how
performance.
to like make people. He knows how to use emotions.
Yeah, I think he knows how to
That's
use his
something
emotions and
career.
his voice with the lyrics to like really like give you what he wants you to feel about it.
Yeah, he can be real smooth if he wants to be.
Yeah,
but then he can be real rough.
He can be real rough,
like on that one song.
Oh, Back to Back, the Meek Mill diss song.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about the diss thing. I was talking about the Worst Behavior.
Oh yeah, worse. Dude, I do love Worst Behavior, man. Dude, yeah. He's like, dude, that's Drake, man. He's got hits. The guy's got so many good songs. Like, I can't even list them all.
And they're all good.
The last time I went and saw him,
regardless if you like him or not, they're all objectively good songs.
You can just listen to any Drake song, dude, and it's probably going to be awesome.
Right.
I remember I was like going to see Drake in Chicago last time for this most recent tour.
You've seen him twice in Chicago.
This is only the second time I've seen him now, yeah.
Both in Chicago.
Both in Chicago.
Same venue?
Same venue, yeah.
Same area of the venue that you sat?
Pretty much. I mean, it was in the nosebleeds.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically, yeah.
What's the name of the arena?
Is it the United Center?
That sounds like a thing.
That's yeah.
I've never been to anything in Chicago, so
I think it's the United Center.
Just trying to paint a picture.
Yeah, in the United Center, nosebleeds. So I'm driving to Chicago last time to go see him. And like, huh? What'd you say?
Yeah, eh?
Yeah, eh?
Canadian.
Oh, Canadian.
Keeping the theme going, you know.
Driving to Chicago, okay?
Okay.
And I'm like, what am I going to listen to on my way to Chicago, okay?
The Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys, eh? Okay, you know? No, dude, I put on the like 3.5 hour long Apple Music Drake Essentials playlist. And I just
all
let
Drake
it go.
Music?
All Drake.
Does it play like his albums in a particular order? How does that work? How is it 3 hours?
All songs. It's just like.
Why does he have 3 hours of material?
Bro.
He's only got like 3 albums.
Dude, he's got so many albums, dude. He's got a shitload of music.
And he's got mixtapes.
He's done a lot of mixtapes. He's done a lot of singles.
But as far as like full albums.
Yeah,
doesn't he only have like 3 or 4 albums?
Well, let's see. Okay, so he had the So Far Gone mixtape.
We're talking albums.
Yeah, I know, but that's people look at that as kind of like his first like big project anyway. Thank Me Later.
I'm talking semantics.
Thank Me Later was his first album. Then it was Take Care.
That's the one with him in like the restaurant booth?
No, that's Take Care.
Take Care is with the picture. Okay.
Yeah, I forget what the cover of Thank Me Later is. I think it's just Drake and it says Thank Me Later and there's
like
some like confetti falling down on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his face is on it too. Yeah.
Yeah. He likes to put his face on his record covers.
He does.
Really narcissistic, this guy.
Thank Me Later. Take Care. Nothing Was the Same. That was the Head in the Clouds.
Oh, that
was that album.
That's what that's called?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that was If You're Reading This.
No, that's a mixtape that he
in
put
between that and Views. Or did that come out before?
Thank Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. Yes, you're right. Then
I said both versions. Which one was right? It came out in between Views and...
Then it was If You're Reading This Is Too Late.
Okay.
Then it was the Future mixtape collab that he had, which was What a Time to Be Alive.
Okay.
Then it was Views. You're like sketched out by these dogs. Then it was the playlist,
which had what was the big that there was like a big song from that?
Yeah, it was
it's like the dance hall song. How's the words go?
I don't remember what the words are, dude. Damn.
How's the melody of the words go?
I don't remember that either. Hold on. I remember how the beat goes.
The funny thing is that's probably really accurate, and like if I heard it, I would know exactly what you're trying to do right now. But right now, it just sounds like
That's what it is, dude. Oh my God, that's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, what is it? Oh, yeah, I can't remember it, dude. Wait, hold on. Hold on, it's gonna come to me, dude. Oh, passion fruit. Passionate from miles away. Passive with the things you say.
Yeah, I remember that song.
Passing
that was
up
the
on
big
my
song.
Always.
Yeah.
I don't blame you now. But I don't even think that song did as big as a lot of people thought it would.
No, I don't. I think it kind of flew under the radar because I feel like it was that song was the big hit, and then they put out the big one from Scorpion. What was the big one? The first big one from Scorpion.
Oh yeah, God's Plan.
Yeah. I feel like God's Plan came out pretty quickly after that one single.
I will say,
like there was like a full year where he's dropping new singles every other week.
Well, and he's also been on like a shitload of other people's songs. Like he'll just kind of like sprinkle in, he'll just hop on anybody's random song and it'll go #1 just like overnight, basically.
Right,
dude. But the rollout for Scorpion was so fucking good, dude.
What was so good about it, dude?
Dude, God's Plan A was a fucking hit. Like it's like he did the playlist thing. The OVO playlist thingy that had passion fruit on it. And everybody was kind of like,
that?
And everybody was kind of like, whatever. It was cool, right?
It was like he just had some demos.
Exactly. And then it sort of felt like a lot of time like passed and you're kind of like, where's Drake at? Like, is he done? Did he fall off? Did he like kind of like have this pathetic ending?
He fizzled, man.
And then he put out God's Plan and it's a smash hit.
Smash.
Then he puts out Nice for What?
How's that one go? I'm bad with song titles.
It's like Damn it, how does Nice for What go?
Sounds like Turned Down for What by the title. Is this on Scorpion?
Yeah.
How do the words go?
How does it go?
I don't know.
Go?
Just tell me.
Taking selfies like a fable, everything paid for.
Is this the song that's really about social media stuff? Isn't there a song on that album where it's like clearly talking about how people are addicted to their phone and stuff?
Yeah, I think that's a different song.
Okay.
This was like, and there was like the cool music video with it where he's like in a skating rink. And it's like all these different girls.
Talking about June's video?
No, I'm talking about Drake video.
What are you talking about, brother?
Dude, anyway, this rollout to Scorpion was just dope, man. I just felt like he was just putting out big hits, big good stuff. And it was just like, why are you holding the mic up like that?
I don't know.
He was putting out big good stuff, dude. And it was just like, dude, it was just such a good dude. Dude, that's how I feel, dude. You know who else is from Canada?
Lay it on me.
Creed. Yeah. Nickelback. This is how you remind me. Yeah. This is how you remind me. Yeah. Of what I really am. It sounds like Chad Kruger or whatever his name is. Sounds like he's burping when he's singing like that.
Yeah, it does sound like a burp. You sound like the part of the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when they have to burp to get down.
Oh,
after they drink the soda cast.
Soda cast. Hey, dude, this is the funnest time I've had, dude. This is the fucking funnest time I ever had, bro. Soda cast, dude. Talking about Canada, dude. Talking about Drake, dude. This is. I'm having such a great time, man.
Well, what else you got going on about Canada?
You remind me of what I really am. Dude, I don't know, man. How long have we done?
I don't know. I can't read.
It looks like almost 50 minutes, dude.
Wow. The last one was a little long at an hour and 20.
Long. Maybe we should wrap this up soon.
Did you have more Canadian things?
Talking about. Well, let's do it. Let's just start going through it, dude. Carly Rae Jepsen.
Didn't know she.
Dave Coulier.
Wait. Hold on. You said you said this was volume 1.
Yeah.
Do you want to blow your load
I don't
on the
want
rest
to
of your
blow my
Canadian things?
load on everything else, but I do just want to like give some shout outs.
Is some of this stuff going to be included on list 2,
maybe
though?
we'll go in depth on some more stuff in part 2. You know what I mean? Dave Coulier. What'd you say? Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette.
Carly Rae Jepsen, dude. The Biebs. Ryan Gosling.
Oh, let me tell you about my Ryan Gosling story.
Oh, I'd love to hear Ryan Gosling story.
We'll wrap it up with that.
Oh, dude.
It's a very short story.
You have a Ryan Gosling story?
I mean, I never met him in person.
Okay.
Do you want
Yeah, let me hear it, dude. I don't want to not hear it because you didn't actually meet him.
All right. So as I last stated about Ryan Gosling, he's a bit of a babe.
Babe.
I would blow him.
You'd be a soda jerk to him?
I would jerk his soda machine hard. Get the fizz everywhere, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, dude.
All right. So keep that in mind.
Oh.
So I worked at the bank.
I will. Okay.
A few years ago, I worked at a bank, a credit union, if you will. I'm doing my thing one day, just, counting money to people and saying, I'll take your money and put it in this box.
Yeah. Just hit myself in the face with the mic. Yeah, sorry.
I'll take your money from your pocket and put it in this box and it'll show up on a screen for you. Come again. That was my job.
That's how you thought banks worked.
That is how banks work, man.
Sure.
So I'm just doing that all day one day, right? I feel like this is a Thursday, which is weird because today that we're recording this is a Thursday. But I feel like this was a Thursday because it was like, tomorrow's going to be busy. I just know it.
Yeah.
And it's like the end of the day on Thursday. It's like kind of like slowing down, like, all right, I won't be here much longer. And then this person comes in and it's like nice out. I can see the sunshine and I'm like, I just want to go out in the sunshine. And as we're wrapping up the little transaction, as I'm assuring her that her money is safe in this digital box that I'm putting it into, she tells me that I look like Ryan Gosling a little bit. And lady, I don't know who you are, who you were, if you're still alive at all, but you made my life.
Dude, I can see it though, honestly.
I feel like I know what she was referring to, and it wasn't really anything of the main face.
What was she referring to then?
Like, I feel like we've got a similar hairline or something.
Yeah, the hair is very similar.
Maybe like brow line.
I don't know.
Something.
There's something you guys do. There's something about you guys' faces that I can really see as being very similar. I feel like we need like a side by side. I feel like we need a face mesh of you guys together.
I think I've done that.
And
it just looked like the Snapchat thing.
Oh yeah.
Filter.
Oh yeah.
I did that, and
there's like certain
like a Ryan
photos.
Gosling mask.
There's like certain photos of Ryan Gosling that I feel like I've seen that I feel like look like you.
Like what?
Which photo?
What were the words like?
Dude, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah,
you are beautiful like Ryan Gosling.
I think I could be Ryan Gosling.
It could be Ryan Gosling.
If something were to happen to him.
Dude, you should be a Ryan Gosling impersonator. We should be like one of those guys that do like appearances for Ryan Gosling when he can't show up.
Like kids' parties.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all right, Jimmy, guess who we got to show up to your party? It's Ryan Gosling. Yeah. You just look like that.
The main impression would be from Drive. That guy.
Yeah, exactly.
The driver.
You'd have to like walk in with your scorpion jacket over your shoulder. You got any keys? You got any
I ain't doing anything this weekend.
I'm not doing anything this weekend.
If you want to ride.
You want to ride? I don't got any wheels on my car.
I forgot all the other cool lines that he said.
I know.
Yeah. You'd watch that again, apparently.
Dude, for real.
Anyway,
right, this is great.
Episode 4.
Woo! Episode 4 SodaCast.
Volume 1 of Canada Appreciation. Am I saying appreciation wrong?
Appreciation? No, you're saying it right. Dude, Volume 1 Canada Appreciation. SodaCast
Volume 1. So many news and so many fours in this episode. We really appreciate you watching. Let us know if you liked it by leaving us a comment below or clicking that thumbs up button. And make sure to subscribe if you want to see more Ben and Brad's chat show here on the 10 Arms Productions YouTube channel.
We know that we've been losing subscribers because we started doing this podcast. Please come back.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. Please come back.